Gabriela Mistral se llama Lucía de María del Perpetuo Socorro Godoy Alcayaga. Su nombre es diferente porque es su nombre escrito. Ella nació en el 7 de abril de 1889 en Vesuña, Chile. Gabriela Mistral escribió y publicó 18 poemas más o menos. Gabriela Mistral was brought up by her mother ever since she was 3 when her father left the family. At 16, Gabriela began writing poetry as a village schoolteacher in La Cantera, where she would soon fall in love with a young railway worker. However, their relationship didn't last, and 3 years later he committed suicide. A few years after the suicide of her boyfriend, her nephew also committed suicide. At the age of 23, she received her diploma and began teaching at a secondary school until her poetry made her famous. Gabriela Mistral got her name from her favorite poets, Gabriel D'Annunzio and Frédéric Mistral, and at the age of 25, her reputation was established when she won a Chilean prize for Sonetas de la Muerte. She then moved to New York and began teaching Spanish literature at Columbia University, Middlebury College, and Vassar College. Later on, she also taught Spanish literature at the University of Puerto Rico. During these times, she was beginning to write many of her greatest works and published Desolación in 1922 and Ternura in 1924. Then in 1925, she became active in cultural committees of the League of Nations and was a Chilean consul in Naples, Madrid, and Lisbon. In the early 1920s, Mistral had a romantic partner by the name of Palma Guillén, and by the mid-1920s they adopted Juan Miguel Godoy. However, Mistral also had many other girlfriends such as Emma Godoy, a Mexican writer and poet and radio personality, Consuelo Saliva, a student from Middlebury College, and Doris Dana, whom she spent most of her life with. With all of these romantic partners, she never married because of the trauma she experienced with her boyfriend's suicide in early years. In 1938, she published another poem by the name of Tala, meaning felling as in the felling of trees, and has been translated as devastation. In 1943, her son, Juan, committed suicide, and in years earlier she was also grieving the loss of her mom and sister. Then, in 1945, Gabriela won the Nobel Peace Prize for Literature, along with being South America's first ever Nobel laureate. In 1954, she published her last poem, called Lagar, that showed interest in humanity while also expressing grief. On January 10, 1957, Gabriela Mistral died in New York due to pancreatic cancer. Years after, love letters between Mistral and Doris Dana were published, exposing their relationship to the public and confirming the rumors of her sexuality. In 2007, the Gabriela Mistral Foundation was established to help children and seniors in Chile get the items they need for education and personal life. In 2019, the foundation donated 33 iPads to schools in Chile, and in 2011, they donated 300 wheelchairs for Chile.